Happy Tuesday. These are your local first headlines from York County's news desk. They say don't mess with Texas, right? Well, here in York County, we tell Texas not to mess with Saco. Hear me out. A Texas man is behind bars after Saco police and the FBI say he scammed a Maine resident. A guy named Elon said he was a tech support guru and is currently being held at the York County Jail on $250,000 bail. Police say he was able to gain the trust of the victim that he targeted and then convince them to buy a large amount of gold. It could have been much worse. The investigator said they learned through other suspects that there was going to be a meeting last Friday, which is where they set up the sting and arrested Elon Harper. Overall, it's a reminder that if something doesn't seem real, it's likely too good to be true. And if it seems out of the ordinary, it raises a red flag, well, avoid that red flag. Yesterday on the show, we talked about all the slide-offs and minor accidents in Sunday's surprise storm. Well, one, which caught our attention, happened in Lyman, and it turned out to be more serious than initially reported. Goodwin's Mills Fire Rescue indicated that a family may have been trapped inside the vehicle. And here's where the power of good locals stepped in. Literally. Officials say bystanders stopped to help, and residents provided warmth and care to the family until emergency crews arrived. Goodwin's Mills Fire Rescue said, quote, "This incident serves as an important reminder that if a vehicle enters water, occupants should remain calm." Okay. Yeah, that's going to be tough. But remain calm, unbuckle seats, and exit the vehicle as quickly as possible, children first, before the vehicle becomes submerged. By the way, we still did not get a report on the injuries of that family. We hope they're well. It's officially 9 days before Christmas, and think of your list. Who's the toughest person to shop for? Okay, you got that person in mind? Well, let's see if they line up with the rest of America. In a new poll, men over the age of 65 were most likely to admit they're really hard to shop for, while Southern women between the ages of 30 and 44 say they're the easiest. Well, that didn't sound right. They also asked, how good or bad do you think you are at picking out gifts for people in your life? 20% of us said very good. Another 48% said somewhat good, and 16% said somewhat bad. 7% of us said very bad. And guess who are the worst gift buyers? Geez, we're really going after Grandpa today. Boomer men. Grandpas are also the group most likely to admit being bad at wrapping presents. But why so tough on grandpas? Maybe grandpas have realized that presents aren't the reason for the season. Never think of that? Huh? That is what's trending. Let's check sports.